All right, here we go again. The Ricky Gervais Show on Radio XFM, Series 1, Episode 5, Pilchard, I think. Lego.
Ash, there's a star on XFM 104.9, 1:05. That means it must be well in. 5 minutes in to the Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, he's here as well.
Yep.
Well, we've got some great tunes lined up, haven't
Have we?
We got Eminem,
Have
we've got Coldplay, Oasis, we've got
Brilliant.
De La Soul, Chemical Brothers, Dr. Dre, Garbage, R.E.M., The Manics, we got
Sure.
Muse, we got Feeder, we got some classic
I mean, you said all those
Radiohead.
names, Rick, but the chances of us actually playing all of those are quite slim.
We might not get to them if we talk too much.
And obviously, we'll obviously drop a couple of those to play our own tracks as well.
Yeah. Well, they are our own tracks.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
I'm not gonna get into that now.
right. Here's Eminem. Eminem, the real Slim Shady. Now, even though that sort of record is you know, relatively recent, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's quite hardcore what's going on about,
The
you know,
real
subject
Slim
matter that is adult, really.
Certainly.
And it's quite aggressive and it's cool and everything, but he still managed to make it sound like a novelty record.
It is,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like a little sing. I know that's the intention, and that's good. But I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's nice that he's got a nice little tune. It could be like a little cartoon figure. Here comes Flumpy McMump.
yeah. But the irony is, isn't there like a video you can get now, which is a cartoon Slim Shady, The Adventures of Slim Shady?
Really?
Because I know there was The Adventures of MC Hammer, the cartoon animated series, which sadly I never got to see. And New Kids on the Block, I think.
The cartoon went a bit mad and started, you know, spending a lot.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
money. It's-
You know, MC Hammer now apparently he's like he tours on the kind of religious music scene.
Does he?
Yeah, he's gone sort
Well,
of
he was
found
always
religion.
wasn't he always a preacher or something, or started in gospel or something?
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Because he used to, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I just assumed he's off the streets.
He used to keep a lot of Bibles in his big trousers.
Yeah.
So he could go around giving it to poor people.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the great music we've got lined up, Steve, we've got obviously our regular features.
Sure.
We've got my classic film review.
Always looking forward to
That's
that.
already getting a little bit of, you know, attention.
From who?
Wow, just various people.
Go on, name some.
Well, can't name them what by name or just.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's that one? Oh, Scorsese.
Right.
You wanted me to talk about
Yeah.
one of those films.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You going to talk about one of his today?
Yeah. No. No.
What we've got lined up?
Spielberg.
Right.
To do a Spielberg film.
Okay.
We've got That Film Sounds Good.
Yeah.
Now that's not my film review. That's where I take a track off a soundtrack of a classic film.
Yes.
And it's a great track, and I go, oh, that film sounds good.
Brilliant.
So,
Yeah.
because it sounds
Yeah.
good. You see what I mean?
But please don't be confused and think that that's the film review. I hate people to think that.
No.
That's what I wouldn't want.
Yeah, yeah. We've got Song for the Lovers. We've got Song for the Ladies.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing a hip hop track.
It's called It's called the hip hop track.
It's called. Steve says hip hop hooray.
Hip hop parade.
That's not bad, is it?
Oh, it's just brilliant.
come
Why
on.
don't- if there's anyone listening, like, you know, Saatchi and Saatchi or McCann Erickson or you know, those people that do advertising, then we are the people.
We're
can
the people,
We
man.
can market.
We'll market anything. And maybe you're a two-bit band. You want to email in or something, you know, and
Yeah.
just say, how can we publicise our music?
Yeah.
We'll
Well, I
find
mean,
a
if
way.
we were marketing, say, a band, we wouldn't say this is a two-bit band. That'd be that'd be wrong.
Was that the
We'd
first
say this is
mistake?
yeah. We'd say this is a brilliant band. They're going
They're going
from
places.
the excellent. I like it. It's always the same reviews. It's sort of like
Mark Goodyear,
they go,
inevitably.
They go the excellent single by Coldplay, Yellow. He goes, oh, Yellow, that's Yellow by
Exactly,
Coldplay.
yeah.
Why they do the bit that says Yellow? We've
Yeah.
said it just to
Yeah.
show. I want to see something else in the song. Maybe the middle eight.
Yeah, it would always be the brand new excellent album from Travis, featuring the hit single "Sing, Sing, Sing, Sing." That's the brand new album from Travis. It features 12 other new tracks and Sing, Sing, Sing. Brilliant. Well done.
Actually,
Cheers.
I'd buy it.
No, I would. Based on
that's
that.
that's all the features we've got, isn't it?
That's all the stuff we lined up. We were probably gonna, I don't know, probably rabbit on about other stuff.
Yeah.
Carl, unless I'm very much mistaken, we've got something to give away. Is that right? The K-man's with us, of course, pressing the button.
Yeah.
KP.
You all right, mate?
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pilkington.
We have-
Hold on, can I just say there's nothing funny about that name? Just straight,
It's
no, straight
nothing.
away, seriously.
Let's just clear that up straight away.
You know,
the idea that people are laughing.
So in school, they'd go through the register, Anderson, they'd go through Camfield, Sturgis. Well, no, it wouldn't go to Sturgis yet, would it?
Oh, she wouldn't be there, would she?
Well, no, P's before S, isn't it?
No, she just wouldn't be at school. Too busy in rehab.
Pilkington. Okay, settle down. There's nothing funny about Pilkington.
What's up with it?
It's Pilkington.
Yeah,
Sounds a bit like Plonker.
yeah, or Pilchard.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got tickets for
I don't think anyone's ever mocked the name before. I think we're the first ones to do it.
Oh, we're
so
brilliant.
that's
We
another-
are.
I don't think people up north figured that out that it was a funny name.
Well, it probably isn't up there, is it? Because they've all got
They're
names
all
like,
called that, aren't
like
they?
Ramsbottom,
Yeah.
Wilkinson, Pilkington.
Piddle Trent Hyde. Oscar Piddle-Trentide, what are you doing? You're late.
Anyway, Gervais.
Well, all right. Okay.
Now, that's an exotic name.
It's a
Don't
bit
have go at
French.
you.
It's a bit
He pays your
French.
wages. Blimey, here he comes. Having a go at the star of the show.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah. Do you want to play a record and get back to it? We got tickets to give away. That's what we're saying.
Carl, what's the tickets? People want to know what the tickets are.
After this record.
Clever.
Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja. That's what I like about sort of rock and roll. It just, sings, tells a story about everyday things
Yeah.
you know about. You know.
Shinobi versus Dragon.
Yeah, the old
Was there any
experience.
reference to Shinobi or the Dragon Ninja in the song?
I wasn't
I
listening.
wasn't really paying attention, but I'm assuming that some of that screaming was about Shinobi and the Dragon. I don't know who won. If anyone knows who won out of the Shinobi and the Dragon Ninja.
Oh, maybe it's like a trilogy. Maybe they sort of get together in one. Then the second single, there's the fight,
Right,
like
sure.
the mid thing in the film. Because I know about film structure because I do a film review.
Yeah, sure.
And then the final one is the
The two of them
outcome.
pairing up against maybe a larger villain. A Godzilla type. Maybe.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Okay, well, no, they do. Lost Prophets. Unless
If
they
you're
haven't,
listening.
unless they haven't written it yet.
Are the Lost Prophets English? Are they British? What's the deal? Who are the
Pilkington.
prophets?
Pilks.
Who's the profs?
Pilky.
Pilky.
Yeah, I think they are, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the answer? What was that? Are they English or American?
I'd say they're American.
Just having a guess? Why didn't you just say I don't know? Instead of trying to fool us. KP again trying to deceive us. KP, you were going to tell us, Pilky, you were going to tell us, Pilchard, you were going to tell us
What tickets are we giving away?
But it worked for me, you see, because when I was younger, I
Yeah.
had a mobile disco.
Brilliant, so did I.
And it was me and my mate Colin Makin, and the disco was called Pilky's Making Music.
That's brilliant. I mean, genuinely brilliant. Pilk is making music.
Guess what? When I first started the mobile disco, this was when I was about 14, we didn't really go out touring, we just would do it for like people's parties and stuff. We were called the rock and roll DJs.
No, really.
We drew it on
God.
some sort of see-through paper and put a light behind it. Rock and roll DJs.
My first
yeah.
disco, I had 2 nights a week in this pub.
What, you ran a disco?
Yeah, this pub near King's Cross, right? And it was just their records, right? And I had to play this number of songs every time, the same time of week. So all the locals, all drunk, were dancing and everything. One of them was American Pie by Don McLean,
Right.
and they just sing along all the words,
Yeah.
sort of drunk.
And it's about 7 minutes long or something.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. The other one was Baby Jane by Rod Stewart.
Nice.
If I didn't play that, I'd get lynched. And what was the other one? There was another one that I always had to play. It was a ballad. I have to remember that. But yeah. But
So, Carl, do you think, and maybe Ricky as well, do you think you know much about DJing for, like, the sort of the wedding party or maybe
Oh,
someone's
yeah.
18th? Oh, really? Okay, let me just offer a little
Test.
hypothesis for
Go
you then. All right, the buffet's been served, right?
Yeah.
People have done some speeches,
Yeah.
like it's a wedding do.
yeah.
So you've already played some records early on, you've stopped for food,
Yeah.
you've just played some light backing music in the background while the food's been served. You want to get the party rocking again, what do you kick off with?
It depends. It depends. I've already got it down to 2 or 3 records.
Okay, I'd like to hear what they are.
Well, I've got it down to Earth, Wind and Fire.
Right.
That'd be great. If there's depending on or you want to go a bit more modern, I'd probably start off with sort of Will Smith.
Well, careful, Rick, I've got to bear in mind, it is a wedding do, so there's people from age 8 to 80. You've got to cater to
Right.
every market.
Ooh.
Okay.
Carl, what about you?
See, this was back in '88, so
Yeah.
Kylie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what the definitive track is?
Go on.
Oh, What a Night, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Ding, ding, ding. People don't realise what it is exactly. It's straight away. Ding, ding, ding. Bow, down, 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 down. I can't actually play it. But,
the record,
oh, what a
you
night.
Oh, yeah.
Late December back in 60s. That leads you straight into a 70s medley, and everyone's loving that. I'm thinking Bee Gees. There's going to probably be some kind of ABBA track, Dancing Queen, all going to storm. You're turning your noses up. I can tell you this, that we got bookings endless. People are going, you're amazing. I don't know how you do it.
I wouldn't have got up. I would have sat there.
Well, you might be, because you're one of those grouchy, you're one of those kind of moody teenagers. Oh, I'm not going to dance to this. I'll tell you, the
Yes.
old ladies would have been up. The people with a decent bit of musical taste would be up.
No, the
Ricky
first
Gervais would
person
be
to get up is a fat lady in a dress with bad ankles and a little kid who's got problems and he's in a little DJ.
See, the problem with you two is you're not catering to the market. You're trying to be all sort of bohemian and kind of off, teach people about music and stuff. There's no place for
Yeah.
Kylie, not at a mobile disco. Far too avant-garde. All right, kick it in. Grease Megamix.
Play a record.
Come on, Eileen. Have you got Come on, Eileen? Play that.
What are you gonna play?
Love Shack.
Coldplay.
Excellent. Yellow.
Well, you'd never
There's
play
the
that.
excellent single by Coldplay. It's Yellow. Oh, Yellow. That's Yellow by Coldplay. That was the stunning new single from Coldplay, Yellow. All the way back to 1999. When was it?
I think it was.
2000?
No, 99.
Was it?
No, was it?
About that.
I didn't realise so many people were fans of the
think
Lost
so.
Prophets. Everyone's been phoning in, emailing in, telling us they were from Cardiff.
Yeah. Welsh band. Now, you're going to tell us what tickets you've got, Carl. What have we got to give away?
Tickets for...
No, we kept it a secret. We said, no, tell us on air, so it's a big surprise. This is going to be... If it's going to be really rubbish, is it? This, whatever these tickets are, right, is a testament to how much they rate us here at XFM, how much they rate our show and care about us. What tickets have we got to give away? A top show featuring Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant and Pilkington. What tickets have we got to give away?
Tickets for K-Fest.
Right, go on.
What's that?
It's like a rock thing that's going on tonight.
Right.
If you're into that Welsh...
Right, well, name some of the bands. Name some of the bands.
Niall.
Go on.
Right.
That's one of the bigger ones. Mark Lanigan.
Who? Not Lanners. Is Lanners playing? He's not really. Mark Lanigan really playing there?
I think so.
God, who's that?
What?
Who's that?
Who is Lanigan? Is he someone you went to school with? Who is Mark Lanigan? Who else is
Who's
this?
Mark Lanigan? Is he the promoter? Who is he? Who is he? Is he head
Is this in a
security?
pub in Camden?
You got Niall.
We're giving away tickets to the K-Fest.
Hold on, let's have a look. This is the enemy. Mark Lanigan, Masters of Reality. Right, okay. Who else? We got Niall, we got Mark Lanigan.
Niall?
Who else?
I can't pronounce this one.
Oh, let's have a look. That's good.
Bethlehem or something.
Bethlehem?
Behemoth.
Behemoth?
Is it?
Let me see. God, no one can
Oh.
read. I expect it from a northerner, but not from a university-educated man like you, do
Oh,
they?
yeah.
Let me have a look. Where are we now? I can't even find it on the page. Here we are. Yeah.
Anyway.
Behemoth. Yeah, Behemoth
But
open
hold on, I
proceedings.
just thought of something. We're not really giving those away, are we? Surely we're asking some sort of financial reward for them. Right, okay, right. Is there a competition?
Let's just... South Carolina death metalers, Niall.
Okay, all right,
Head to
okay.
K-Fest.
Yeah,
that means something
K-Fest.
to some people.
We got a pair of tickets to give away.
Yep.
Okay. If you want to go to K-Fest, it's the Mean Fiddler, Charing Cross Road, and that's tonight, is it?
Mm-hmm.
The tickets would be $7.50, but we're giving away for free.
Why don't we say we're giving away for a $5?
No,
That's still a saving.
But I'll tell you what, if you can call in, what's the number?
08 700 800 123.
Yeah, and in fact, the question is, because they're quite sought after. There's big names there, like Niall and that what's his name? Lanigan's on. The question is, who wants to go?
Yeah.
So if you can call in and answer that question, who wants to go to that?
No one.
Then you could be one of the lucky winners. Right. After this, some great chat and music.
Could you also explain who Mark Lanigan is?
De La Soul, watch out. Well, we're wrong. The lines went mental. To
It's
get
amazing,
tickets.
isn't it?
So that they knew all about them, where they were from, what they were like,
Oh.
and the tickets. are
Death
gone,
metal's
I'm
just
afraid.
something that's it's obviously passed me by, but it's obviously huge.
It is huge. It's sort of huge without being sort of in the public eye
Yeah.
famous. I think it's probably the only real alternative out there now, isn't
Yeah,
it? Because
yeah.
everything else is sort of mainstream. There's no real alternative music.
Even
raps.
hip-hop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Slipknot kind of have snuck in, haven't they? Because
Yeah, and
their album went straight to
Marilyn
#1 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible.
It still gets people saying, son of mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, you're probably not. You're probably a daughter or something. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
yeah.
You can't. I
It's
can't
like
really
some
tell.
people who phone up about the heavy metal, though, they always sound such nice people.
Yeah.
The women always sound attractive. You know, if you meet them, though, they're like 8 foot tall.
I
and
know
those
the fact
huge
that
boots.
we suddenly sound like two old ladies on a bus. And you know what? I spoke to one of them rappers and he was as nice as pie. Helped with the shopping and everything. I thought he was going to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am 27 years old now, Rick. 28 according to Carl.
Yeah.
Talking of my birthday, you know, it was my birthday a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the stuff that my dad had given me as presents in
Yeah.
the past. And anyway, my sister told me that he'd listened to some of it on the car driving up, and he was a bit quite upset, and he had
Oh,
mentioned it to
really?
me. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all affectionate.
It was
wasn't
done with
wasn't
affection, but it was like we were slagging off his gifts, which were awful.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
He's probably listening again.
Well, possibly.
That
on
happened to me once.
online.
I remember telling a story on XFM, and I'll tell you the story. Okay, you've heard it, but I'll tell you. All it was, I used to live in just a little one-room sort of bedsit with my girlfriend, sort of it was sort of like 80s or whatever, and it was just awful. It was one room, and we had a bed, and it's sort of like the kitchen was the bedroom. So our bed, literally,
The
like,
kitchen was your bedroom?
yeah, it was just
Wow.
a bed in there, and then it was just one room we had. That's all we could afford, yeah.
Bit like
And so we had,
mine.
yeah, and so you know, you were sleeping in bed. Your head was by the fridge, and the sink was by your feet, and you had to go out and down the stairs to a communal toilet. So I'm a man. I could just pop out of bed, on tiptoes. The sink was quite high, and have a little wee in the middle of the night. So putting my clothes, and that's fine.
Into the sink, not the fridge.
Into the sink, yeah. So that was fine. And sometimes I just hear Jane go, "Oh, at least run the tap afterwards." And I go, "All right, run the tap, right?" And I just remember once going, at least take the dishes out first. Because I used to sort of lift, if it was just full of dishes, I used to lift them up and sort of like aim underneath it, and then it was quite hygienic. It was, but
What do you mean it was quite hygienic?
Hygienic at all.
well, I was
In
tired.
what world is it quite hygienic?
I was tired and drunk, and yeah, and it was just it was a horrible place, and we had mice.
You urinate quite a lot, don't you? You have a problem with urination after lot.
Well, I worry about getting caught, like on a tube. I have to, I don't take tubes anymore.
Well, I listen to my dad's advice is never pass the toilet and not use it, because you never know when you might have to use one again.
That is exactly mine,
You might not see one for a long time.
Oh, but anyway, sorry. What I was going to say was, Jane's mum was listening.
What's that story? When you told that story?
And I said, Ricky's doing that. So the story about weeing in the sink. As you went, no. He makes an awful lot up. He makes an awful lot up. Yeah, that's what we have to say. No, I was joking. I didn't mean it. So, I think I got away with it. Although Mum did watch me every time I went out to the kitchen when I was at her house. You right? Yeah, just go to. Right,
do you want a corned beef sandwich? No. If so, I'll have it on some newspaper.
Over there, Ricky. I know the toilet's over there. Okay, all right. What? Yeah. Oasis. Don't Look Back in Anger. A classic there.
Absolutely.
From the height of Britpop.
My God, it's mad to think it's a classic now, and I was there at the beginning.
I know, I can't believe it. By the way, urinating isn't bad. It's a good thing. It's getting,
No, obviously it's good getting the. I'm not saying the urination's a bad thing. I wasn't damning the fact that you needed to urinate. It was the fact you were doing it in the sink.
With dishes, you probably
exactly.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, there are some societies where if you urinate on something, you sort of own that thing.
What society is that?
Cats, for example, cats. Right. So I mean, cats are, enigmatic creatures, aren't they? Mysterious creatures. I mean, so if I sometimes I own a lot of things through that.
Right.
Sinks, telephone boxes.
Yeah.
Lots of fences.
My shoes.
Your shoes once. Yeah. And I was chasing you around Robin's shoes once.
Yeah.
You'd be all right around jellyfish, because apparently.
Is this a band that's playing tonight? It is a band, isn't it? Actually,
it was. I think.
They're on a K-Fest.
Yeah.
No, if you get stung by a jellyfish, stops it hurting.
Is that true? It's just for anyone listening. I mean, it's probably best to check that maybe on the internet or phone a doctor before you try that. I mean, because although Karl has got a lot of useful information, he's not a medically trained man.
Yeah, because I got in trouble once coming out of the sea at Bognor, running around, people going, "Wee on me, please."
Yeah.
Please wee on me. Just running around.
Laughing, but
yeah. But have you ever wet the bed?
I honestly haven't.
I've
never wet the bed. Never wet the bed.
Never.
Okay, let's play a record then.
Oh, we're doing a bit of.
You've wet the bed, have you?
Wow, not as such.
Well, you may as well tell us.
Well, yes then.
Well, is there a story attached?
Well, I remember once, right? God.
Well, was this when you were a child?
Sort of.
How old?
26.
Okay.
And oh God. It's another story involving. Anyway, right, once.
Yeah. Just wasn't a sink handy.
Oh God.
Come on, Gervais.
Well, once I went to stay. Went down to Brighton with Jane for a party, her sister's party, and we were staying at her parents' house. Her parents were away, and first of all, I got too drunk. I don't think I'd known her very long, might have been. And I remember it was a fancy dress party, and I didn't go as fancy dress, but I remember laying on the floor trying to trip people over because I was so drunk.
The sort of thing that's hilarious if you're drunk.
Yeah, imagine Jane going, "No, that's my boyfriend. I'm so proud." To all her family, and then we got a cab. I remember I got a cab journey home to her that I didn't remember, and apparently the cab's going, "Is he all right?" Because I was going, "I'd be sick. I'd be sick." Going, "Yeah, he's fine." Then I laid on the bathroom floor, and Jane timed it. It was 45 minutes. Me singing "Right by Your Side" by the Eurythmics. And then I went to bed, and apparently I got up in the middle of the night, walked round the bed, and just thought the bed was a toilet. And Jane said, "Ricky!" I went, "What?" She went, "You're pissing on me." I went, "Well, don't need to wake me up." And then just got back to bed.
You urinated on the bed?
All right, yeah.
Oh, man alive. Hip hop hooray!
Hip hop hooray!
Oh, it's the opportunity where Steve gets to play one of his classic hip hop tracks, something maybe you've not heard before, Rick.
Can I just say, I actually slightly regret telling a story about me weeing.
Yeah, well, it doesn't stop there. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure you've told me more in the past.
All right, just go on with the hip hop track.
This is from, I need to just introduce it briefly. It's from an artist called Mad Skills, who on this record claims that he has written loads of other people's songs, which I think is true. The only thing I would say is that the names of the artists he's supposedly written for have been bleeped out, but of course, because it's also a radio-friendly version, all the swearing's been bleeped out as well. So there's a lot of bleeping, but if you can piece it together from it, it will actually be quite a good song. Go on.
I'm gonna actually.
No, you don't own it by urinating on it.
Yeah, I am.
No, you put it away.
Just a little dribble. That is mine now.
That cost me over £5.
Gorillas rock the house on XFM 104.9, 2 o'clock, halfway through already. Ricky Gervais show.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah, telling really quite embarrassing things that I wish I hadn't now. It makes me look like some sort of mad old urinator.
No, you just can't handle your drink. You can't handle your drink.
No, I can. I just get rid of it in the usual way of excretion via the kidneys, down the urethra, out the end, down the sink. Sometimes a sink, sometimes a toilet, Carl.
Sometimes a bed.
Yes.
Or your girlfriend.
You know, embarrassing things. I remember once, right? I used to love nature when I was about 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I remember going out with my sister and my brother and their girlfriend and boyfriend, like to become their husband and wife. And
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you know, just keeping continuity there.
Yeah.
And I used to get shells and things on the beach, and I used to get anything. I love nature. And once I found I love reptiles as well, and I found this perfect snake skin. A grass snake or an adder, and it was I absolutely I couldn't believe my luck, and I was going look, and they were going okay, put it down, because I realised they were a little bit scared of it. They were going put it down, it's dirty, and of course I'd torture them a little bit, and then I thought this was hilarious, and they made me leave it there, and I told mum and everything, and then much later when I had some friends when I was about 14 or 15, I was telling this story to embarrass my sister, and I was going and she was scared of it, and she went, well, it was a used Johnny. She'd waited that long to embarrass me in front of my friends.
God.
I'd been running round with a used Durex, thinking that this was great because they were scared of snakes, and they were going, put it down, it's dirty. No, be careful of the poison. Yeah.
That's horrible.
It is horrible, isn't it? Have I gone too far again?
How could you not realise it was made of rubber, for goodness sake? Well, you obviously didn't know anything about nature. I used to love nature, me.
Yeah.
The difference between some skin and then
this
rubber Johnny.
Now be careful of the Johnny snake.
Yeah.
Their little poppy head and their poison that... Oh, dear.
I always remember there was this kid who lived near me once, and this bird got run over, and he rushed it, he said, I can save it, and he kissed it. Because he thought he could give it the kiss. He thought he could give it the kiss of life.
I thought you meant it was a girl.
No.
It got run over.
And he kissed it. No, he thought he could give it the kiss of life, but he didn't know what the kiss of life was. He just thought you could kiss something and that would bring it back to life.
I think it was an excuse. I think
To
he was
kiss a
thinking, I
dead
can't
bird.
wait for a bird to get run over, then I can pretend to be giving it a kiss of life, but really I'm giving it a nice little snog on the
I remember
beak.
he kissed it like that and threw it up like it would fly away, and it just went boom onto the floor.
Oh, was it dead or?
Yeah, it was blood. It was horrible.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And what is he doing now?
He presents Animal Hospital. No, I don't know what he's doing. But
The worst bit in the world got struck off.
Well,
Sleeping with one of his
imagine
patients. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, bless him.
I know.
Oh no. I killed a fish once.
Go on.
Well, I made a little bow and arrow. I was about 8 or 9, and I made a bow and arrow. And you know, you never think. We had a pond, and there was a huge fish in it, about 8 inches long, a huge big sort of like golden orph or something, or a carp or something. And I was sort of playing, and I aimed, and I shot it, and it went straight through it and floated to the top. And I thought, oh my God!
You pierced a fish with an arrow. That's an amazing shot.
Well, it was luck. It was pure luck. I
You're
never
a
thought I'd
Native
do it.
American.
Yeah. And you know those little things outside in the front garden by the front gate, a little sort of 4 inches by 4 inches bit of metal. You lift it up, and it's sort of like where the drains are. If the plumbers need to get there, or the council or everything like that.
Right.
I dropped it down there, and I thought, oh my God, what if that's discovered? What if I have to drain? So I ran loads and loads of journeys in and out of my house, right to the toilet and back, just taking out handfuls of Vim and pouring bleach down, thinking that I can get rid of this fish before the council dig it up in 10 years' time and go, send him to jail.
Yes.
Fish aside.
But what do you think they would have done? They'd have taken the dead fish, they've gone to each of the doors going, Is this your fish?
Yeah, but I was saying, you don't think...
Do you recognise either the arrow or the fish?
Yes, it's arrow straight through it. But you don't think when you're 8 that it'd be okay if I can ride this out till I'm 20.
Yeah.
The statute of limitations on goldfish murder. It is about, I can't work it out, 12 years.
Wow.
So that
You're
was
a killer.
Yeah.
Carl, anything embarrassing ever happened to you ever?
With what? With animals and
Could
stuff?
be animals.
I like animals, to be honest.
So do I. It was a mistake.
No, you don't. I thought you were feeling bad about the fish.
Yeah.
But really, you were more worried about you being locked up.
Well, I felt bad. There was both the law and the moral side of fish death. I mean, we kill fish all the time, just not usually with a bow and arrow in a back garden in Whitley. That often the supermarket can lend a hand with that.
I used to sell mackerel.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a pet magpie
Did you?
called Maggie.
Oh, pet
Inventive.
magpie. You mean you captured it and didn't let it go away?
Yeah.
Can't have a pet magpie.
But then it got really vicious. I mean...
Well, it was
quite
trying
nasty.
to let me go. What do you keep it in, a rabbit hutch?
No, it flew around, but it used to just come to me all the time. But then it started pecking my head and stuff.
That's not a pet magpie. That's a bird in the garden.
No, but I could actually, I could hold it and stuff. It wasn't scared of me, and it knew it was me. It used to come down from the top.
It hated you. That's why it wanted to peck you. Is that?
And the other thing, I always remember being younger and walking through the woods to school with my mum, and I was chasing a butterfly, and she said, "Oh, don't do that, Carl." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because they only live a day." I said, "Oh, all right, I'll get a dead one in the morning."
That's genius.
That's great. That's quick thinking, isn't it? Oh,
that's sweet. Let's play a song.
Wu-Tang Clan and Gravel Pit. We love that, don't we?
I love it, yeah.
Yeah,
Classic
brilliant.
track. We're talking about embarrassing stories and stuff, and I don't know if I've told this on the radio before. Have I told you, Carl? I'm not sure. But this was when I was working at the BBC. This is not even long ago, and I'd moved to London, and I was fairly new in London. And I was working at the BBC, and I had this BBC hire car, and I've never told it. If there's anyone listening who works for the BBC, I don't know if I can still get in trouble for it. But this BBC hire car, and it was like I'd been ferrying kind of actors and people and production people around all day in this car. And I was driving back, it was quite late, it was about sort of 7 or 8, and I was driving back, and I pulled in to get some petrol to fill up the car every day. And I went into this garage to fill up some petrol, and I was there, and two blokes came in a white van, right? They sort of pulled into the forecourt, and I was filling up the car, and they went, "Hey, do you want to buy a couple of speakers?" And I said, "Yes, I do."
Yeah.
Because, to tell you the reason, it was like I was so flattered that they thought I'd be the kind of bloke who would, A, need some kind of classy speakers, and B, would like to buy them on the sly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, they like the
They've
fact
seen me. They've seen I look a bit of a hustler.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm a street sort of guy. You can
Yeah.
see by the way I use my walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe my luck. So they drove behind the garage, the little sort of garage bit at the back, and I went round there, sort of casually went round there, sort of locked the car, went round there. He went, "Yeah," opened the back, he had these speakers in there. I said, "Are you sure these aren't knocked off, mate?" He went, No. We work for Dixon's. This is the story he spun me. We work for Dixon's, right? And we're delivery men, and if we make a delivery and the person's not there to sign for the goods, then we have to bring them back to the warehouse. But if we can sell them on the way back, then that's really good
That
for
happens a lot.
Dixon's.
Dixon's must love that.
And instead of thinking, "Are you sure some kind of troubleshooter didn't..." I mean, did someone going to go into Dixon's and go, "Yeah, you're not getting in the garage
John
forecourt
Harvey
market"?
Jones.
Exactly.
Get a couple of lads in a white van.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I sort of bought this story, and I was a little bit dubious, and I went, "Right, let me hear them then." And he wired them up to the car stereo, and boom, 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 they're playing. So it was some groovy hip-hop. I was thinking, great, these guys know what I'm into.
Yeah.
And he's giving me the talk and stuff. And I said, "I'm a bit worried these are knocked off." He went, "No, listen, we got a bloke at Dixon's who can confirm this is fine, right? Phone him up, use my mobile, right, and quote this reference number, right?" So I phone out, and it goes, "Yeah." I go, "Hi, some guys here in a garage forecourt trying to sell me some speakers. Just wanted to check." He went, "It's fine." I went, Should I just read the reference number or whatever?" He went, "If you want." And X14, and I went, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
right.
what that was, don't you? That was actually Mr. Dixon himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, well, they sound great. They're giving me for a knockdown price. I'd say they were like 400 quid. They were like 200 quid or something. It was a good bargain. I was in the market for some speakers as well.
Yeah.
So while they were loading
It's
them
all
in...
kosher. I phoned Dixon's.
Exactly. I phoned
Yeah,
Dixon's, that's fine.
Yeah.
So while they're loading them in the back of the BBC hire car, right, I'm in there paying for the petrol, right, and the guy who's serving goes, "Oh, you're right." He goes, "What were you doing around the back with those blokes?" Right? Because obviously there's security cameras filming this whole transaction, right? And he goes, "What are you doing around the back?" And I went, brilliantly, "There's some old mates." some of my mates were just having a chat and that. He went, oh, right, okay, like giving me obviously the evil eye. So I went back to the van. So I'm in the car now and I'm driving with one of the blokes who's in the van with me because I didn't have the money on me, so I had to go to the cash point to get the cash, right? So I'm driving with him and the other guy's like following me in the van, and he was like a northerner like you, and he was giving it all the, all right, yeah, you know. I tell him, my girlfriend's a DJ, she's got some of these speakers, they're fantastic, da-da-da, and he's giving me this. And then my mind starts working. Now that I've got a bit of time to think, I'm thinking, wait a minute, this all sounds a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
It dawned on me, Rick.
You know, fool, are you? You're streetwise.
Exactly.
You're streetwise, Steve.
Not only that, I was thinking, how am I going to get them home? I've got to drop the car off at the BBC. How am I going to get these huge speakers back to where I live?
And how can I pay for them? Because I've just spent £100 on Find the Lady with a couple of blokes in the square. It seemed like a fair game. Some of his friends were winning.
But so I explained to him, I said, how I can't get them back to like Brixton where I was living at the time. He went, don't worry, give us an extra 20 quid, we'll take them home for you.
Oh, that's good. Deliberate. They do a whole service, you see. And there's also a backup guarantee. Did they have the guarantee, the 3-month guarantee?
They didn't.
No.
But so I said, I'm not sure about that. He went, well, why don't you put them in a cab, send them back, and your housemates can collect it. I was like, oh, no, there'd be no one in. And I was beginning to sort of get a bit conscious of, like, maybe this was a bit of a scam, after all. So I pulled into, like, a little side road. I said, I'm not sure I'm into this now, actually. He went, what are you talking about? It's 200 quid for a pair of speakers. It's a bargain. You never get a bargain like this, mate. I'm going, not too sure, actually. I don't think I want them. He went, 150 quid, 150 quid, mate, 150 quid. I went, no. He said, 100 quid now to you. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this doesn't sound like the kind of work that Dixons would be doing.
Dixons don't do that when I go in.
This is it.
Dixons never negotiate in that way.
When I go, they'll look around and I leave. They go, where are you going?
Exactly.
I go, we'll have anything then. Have anything for a
So
quid.
I stopped the car and the white van pulled up behind me with his mates in.
Sure.
And I said, can you get them out? I'm not interested. And he went, oh, 100 quid, mate. Oh, you, and he was just going, you tosser. You obviously want some speakers. And he was having a go at me. So I was carrying the speakers out and putting them back in the white van. And he was just shouting at me. He was going, 70 quid, 70 quid. I was like, 70 quid from 200. This is ludicrous.
You realise that wasn't Dixon's policy then.
Exactly.
They don't
At
usually
that
shout,
moment-
you tosser, as you leave the shop and walk down Camden High Street. They're not usually shouting, you tosser.
You should have took the offer of like the monthly payments they've got on at the moment.
So eventually I put them in there and I sort of knocked the deal on the head, and I got back in my car and they were in theirs, and I just looked in the rearview mirror and they were punching the dashboard like with aggression and venom, like we let that deal slip through our fingers. And I've never been so terrified in my life. I just sat there and I was just thinking, oh my god, all I was thinking now is, what if I go back to the BBC and they go, we've had a call from the police, the man at the garage, he saw you doing a dodgy deal.
I love it. Well, what you do is you put the hire car in a drain in your front garden and then go in and out of the toilet just pouring bleach down or Ajax and they never know. This is Song for the Lovers. Lovely song there, Song for the Lovers.
Absolutely.
Neil Young, Man Needs a Made Off the Harvest album. What a beautiful song that
Beautiful.
is. Beautiful strings and everything. Well, you've got a song for the ladies coming up.
Song for the ladies later on as well.
That has set, you know, the standard there.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Were you going to do a film review as well later? Have you still got that?
Well, I could do a film review now because it's, it's quite a big.
I thought you needed to prepare, but I mean,
No, it's quite a big film, and I've seen it, and it is, you know, it's a great film. So
Okay.
I hope I can do it justice because it's a very. Okay, this week,
What film is it going to be?
it's going to be Schindler's List.
Okay, and are you going to do a jingle for us?
Ricky's film review.
Okay.
This is a film by Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
And because it's in olden times, it's all black and white and that, except a coat that's red. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, it's about a bloke who's called Schindler, and because there were so many people we wanted to save, he had to make a list to get organised, and he tried to save as many as he could, and you know, he made them sort of not make the bullets properly on purpose because he, you know. And in the end, they gave him a ring. It's the same bloke who made E.T.
There you go.
Okay. Your review of Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And as ever, mark out of 10, please.
9. It was brilliant.
You really enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay. Did the fact that it was 3 hours long bother you?
No.
No. Quite like
No.
that. Okay.
Watched some of it on fast forward.
Okay. Okay. Carl, have you seen Schindler's List?
No, I'm surprised they managed to get all that in 3 hours.
Amazing, isn't it? Would that encourage you to see the film?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. What would you give it a mark out of 10?
9.
You'd give it 9 as well. Okay. I'll tell you.
That red coat effect thing you're going on about. That's sold it.
You like that idea?
Yeah.
Well, that was just a mistake, apparently.
Apparently, yeah. They probably just couldn't get all the colour out of it.
As I said before, if you've got a film that you'd like to have reviewed by Ricky Gervais, then email us, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. and I'm sure he can.
Or even
work his
or
magic.
not just like the people, but what about the ones who make the films? Like, you know, the ones that actually make the film. What are they called? Hollywood.
Yes.
If they want me to do one for that coming out to sort of give it a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
You saw me give away the tickets. That was selling.
Yeah.
So, you know, we can sell your product, and we make it look like it's all editorial, but really, if there's a little bit of money involved, I can probably give it a 9 out of 10 instead of 4 or something.
Rick, would you do that without having seen the film?
Yeah.
That's fine, because they wouldn't. They could just tell you what was coming up, and then you could just
If
review
they
it.
said this, give us a good review and here's 20 quid.
Yeah.
If they go, there's no money in it, I'll probably give it a bad
Well, let's
review.
just
to be
try
honest.
that. Rick, can I just try that now? Because I
Go
mean,
on.
a lot of people listening won't be necessarily convinced. Lord of the Rings. Let's imagine I've paid you now to review the forthcoming film Lord of the
Okay.
Rings. What do you make of it?
This is a brilliant film.
Yep.
And even though it's all about wizards and that, and there's people in caves called gonads with beards, probably Robbie Coltrane's in it, because he's in the other one at the moment. And it's all swords and stuff, and there's some magic, but it is actually the Lord of the Rings, not just like, you know, just one of them. He's the Lord of it, and he's excellent in it. So
Right, mark out of 10.
9.
Again, very popular film for you, Carl. Less convinced by that one, maybe.
That doesn't sound as good as
No.
as the other one.
Yeah. What are you going to give it? 7?
Still give it 9.
You still give it 9.
Excellent, because we split the money.
Okay.
Excellent.
Good.
This is the eels. Sorry about that. That was a mistake. I know shit that was, but it was too late to get it out of the CD player. It's Muse and Feeling Good. What do you think of that?
I'm not a fan of Muse, but I wasn't quite as venomous in my hatred
Don't
of
worry,
it.
we won't play that again.
No,
right.
well, no, let's explain the situation in the studio. There's a certain frosty air now because
What?
we ended up playing Muse.
Yeah,
it was,
I
you
don't
know,
wanna
it was a
play that one.
mistake.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
And there you go.
Well, no, it's not as bad as Ricky thinks it. I admit it's not as bad as that, but I'm standing out of it because I'm not a fan of Muse. I wouldn't play Muse generally.
Well, I don't mind Muse generally, but I hate that.
What, you like Muse normally? I hate Muse.
Well, I don't hate them.
Says the man who bought the Like Funky Ones album.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't play them on XFM.
I know, but Muse fits in. I mean, you're saying you want to play
Fits in, so
Radiohead.
playing a
They
Nina,
sound like
doing a
Radiohead.
Nina
It's a new-
Simone. Why did we play Radiohead then? That's what I was saying.
You're
Let's-
playing Radiohead, but Muse is like Radiohead. There's not a big difference.
Oh,
Anyway, we're not going to argue.
there is a big difference. Phone in if you. What's the difference between Muse and Radiohead? What's the phone number?
What do you mean, what's the difference?
Well, yeah, I'll just have a competition. Let's see if people can tell the difference between Muse and Radiohead. Give the number out.
Does that even mean?
Can't be bothered.
What can I?
So it's left to me to keep the thing afloat.
Yeah.
That's never good news. I went to see the White Stripes this week.
Good.
If anyone's interested. Anyone interested in that?
Go on, Steve.
White Stripes are absolutely amazing. I've heard all the hype. You know, I've not listened to the album. I went along to the gig, got a free ticket. Wasn't even £1 off. It was free, £10. I could have sold it outside the gig. I didn't. I went in, right? Couldn't take along a mate. XFM wouldn't let me. I went there on my own. You know, went in there. I have to say, I wasn't expecting much. They were amazing. They were absolutely amazing. I have to say this now. They were the best band I'd seen who I didn't know much about or whatever, like a new band. They were the best band I'd seen live since I saw a little band you might have heard of called Oasis for £5 at Coventry Poly.
Yeah?
Well, yeah.
It's a long name for a band.
And it was amazing. And it's brilliant because it's just the two of them. Obviously, the girl on the drums, the guy playing the guitar. He's got a real kind of rock guitar skill, though. He really plays it up and down the long neck bit. I mean, I know all about the music and the terminology.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
Sometimes he plays like kind of steel, with that steel pedal thing on his, not steel pedal, the finger thing, the kind of thimble thing that some guitarists wear. I believe it's called a guitar thimble. I believe is the name for it. And he plays that like old bluesman would play. He plays that sometimes.
Old
sometimes,
bluesman.
sometimes he's got like a little electric keyboard thing, or piano, as I believe some people call it.
See, this isn't a review, this is listing the instruments.
Well, all right. There's not many to get through. There's some drums and a guitar.
What colour microphones were they?
I'm glad you asked.
Were they SM58s?
Anyway, the point is this.
Go on.
With just those few simple instruments, they
Yeah.
had this huge sound, a big rocky sound,
Yeah.
quality, kind of bluesy punk with a little bit of an edge into it. It was amazing. I have to say, I was a huge fan. And so I thought we could play a bit of White Stripes, to
We
sort of
could.
commemorate that excellent gig.
I saw a band once, right? There was a drummer, had all the drums, big one at the bottom, two of the drums once, cymbals.
Yeah.
They were all mic'd up with different microphones coming down the loudy speaks. I was at the back, it was still, wow, I can hear everything, and that. Electrical, really, and a guitar, and a bass.
Can I do a gig review every week, like you do your film review?
No, good, yeah. Well, you just did.
Well, I'm about as well informed about music as you are about films.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anyway, tell me, how do you choose the playlist? Feeder, Just Today. Now, because we're running out of time,
Yeah.
because of that Muse shit we had to play, I think I'll say that's my feature. That PlayStation game sounds good.
Right.
Because that's the main music of the PlayStation 2 game Gran Turismo.
Right.
So I could incorporate that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and I've still got to get in song for you've got to get in song for the ladies.
Yes.
At the end. Got anything else lined up?
Well, I mean, it's just that I've never seen you spiral into such despair after hearing Muse. I mean,
Well-
fair enough, is that they're not a great band.
Well,
but-
obviously we have to, there's a bit of a playlist we have to keep to, and we drop the records we don't like,
Yeah.
right, and play the ones we do, and that's fine. And if I don't care for a track, I don't mention it. I don't usually slag off bands, and I know we've got to keep to a playlist. I don't know how they're chosen or anything, but there's one thing I didn't want to play. It's Feeling Good,
Yeah.
and it was already lined up, and there was no time, so I was genuinely annoyed because I don't mind like playing stuff that I wouldn't actually choose myself. That's all right, but we're not completely free played all the time. So the worst thing is I don't want to ever play Feeling Good again. I don't want to ever play Kashin again. They're
Kashina, I don't know what
banned.
Kashina is.
I'm thinking of putting a ban on Gorillaz. What, anything you like to ban?
Basement Jacks.
Basement Jack. Oh, Where's Your Head At? We already dropped that.
Where's your
We
head
dropped that
at?
on purpose, didn't we? What else have we dropped today? That's what we saved people from. Do you know what I mean? Like playing 5 songs over and over again just because some record company wants it to be played. I mean, if I'm gonna play things I hate, pay me. You know what I mean? I'm willing to take bribes. Look, I've been sent some chocolates here by the lads out of Carter USM, right?
Are they
And
still going?
Yeah, they got a gig at the Who's the Daddy Now tour, right? They're playing the Astoria at December the 14th. December the 14th.
Oh my God, it's worth going along just to see how few people will be there.
Well, see, I wouldn't play it, but they've sent me chocolates, so there's a plug. It's like, bribe me, not XFM.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get some out of this, Steve.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure even I'd sink so low as to be bribed by Carter. I mean, I'm a man who tried to buy dodgy speakers on the street.
Steve, it's a Father Christmas with some jelly beans.
Is that from? Who's that from?
That's from the lads. Oh well, it's Who's the Daddy Now tour.
Okay.
And I've got some chocolate money.
Right, lovely.
Yeah, some of
Anything
it French.
Got anything there from the senseless things? Or the wonder stuff?
No, but we don't know. They don't know what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Carter was all right at the time.
Eh?
Yeah, Carter was all right.
Carter?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you like Carter?
Not really, no. It's nonsense.
Well, I didn't like him singing about Dagenham all the time. Whatever
No.
it was. No,
No.
what was it? New Cross.
Yeah.
But some
Good.
funny lyrics.
Anything
some
else you want to get
puns.
off your chest? What do you make of the war in
that's it.
Afghanistan?
Let's play some songs we like. What have you got lined up?
I've got the song for the ladies. That's coming up in a
Oh,
second.
lovely. Yeah, let's choose a song here and let's have a look.
You
Let's
like this one here, Ricky.
what? Oh, Radiohead. Just. Brilliant.
Is this Muse?
Radiohead and Just. Off the Bends. No, that's a track.
It's
That's
been a
band.
roller coaster ride of emotions, this show.
Yeah.
It started off there with some light-hearted anecdotes about you and animals.
Yeah.
It ended up with you sort of spiralling into despair.
Well,
There
that's
was some urinating the bed along
that's
the
what
way.
a track by Muse can do to a man.
Yeah, well, clearly.
Did I ever react?
But then maybe that's what makes them good. I mean, if music can create those kind of passions in someone, maybe that's effective. I don't know.
We've made me think again. I
Well,
love Muse.
it's the punk approach, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carl, thanks as ever for pressing the buttons and contributing.
Yeah.
Good job. Shame about the Muse.
He won't be getting a 9 for his movie next week.
Where we going?
I think you guys should kiss and make up and maybe
Oh
naked.
well, that's not Carl's fault.
Go and kiss him.
No, I'm not going to kiss
Oh,
him.
but go
I'm
on,
gonna
please
touch
kiss him.
I'm not going to kiss
Go
him.
and
I'm gonna
touch him.
I'm going to touch
Go
him.
and touch him. Should we go both go and touch him?
Yes.
Why don't we play a song for the ladies? This week, Drugstore, White Magic for Lovers, beautiful track. And let's just go and kiss and touch Carl. Take the jumper off.
X. Right. Okay, there's something I gotta say. Jane's love for Ricky must be something like out of this world. It must be so huge. It must be like legendary if he actually pissed on her. Okay, I would have thought like that would be it. I would have thought like I'm out of this relationship if I'm getting pissed on, when I'm sleeping. It's like, but no, apparently it's Ricky. He does that sometimes. He wakes up in the middle of the night and he just pisses on the bed. And he pisses on the sink and the dishes and what's with that? This is disgusting. That is truly disgusting. But, I can actually see what they were doing in this episode. They were trying to get into Carl's head. I think they were Ricky was purposely trying to get Carl to push him, Like, come on. Okay, so he played the Muse. Get real, okay? It's like it's not the worst thing in the world. And so I think he just wanted to pick on something just so he can get a reaction out of Karl, which didn't really, I mean, it didn't really work yet. It will work in the future, as we all know by now. But so far, no. I don't know about Steve's thing. I mean, somebody comes to me from the street and say, oh, we're from this place and we're going to tell you. And like, you don't need to be an expert in these things. Like, obviously, you're being scammed, obviously. You know, it's like, it shouldn't take you that long to suspect something's going on. I like that Karl was a little bit more, he was into the jokes a little bit, you know, and this was like, yeah, like he's contributing a little bit. But that didn't last long because Ricky got upset. Oh well. God. But the music, oh my God, it's just so wonderful, you know, just the names of these bands that they're talking about, oh my God. You know, it's wonderful actually. That was proper music back then. But now, I don't even know if they make music anymore, to be honest. I think they stopped. Anyway, this was another great one, but I think, I think, like, it's still yet to come. That Karl is Karl. It's still an ongoing process. I think it's fun. They just don't know what to do with them, actually. But they'll probably figure it out soon. Anyway, for now, bye.